Welcome back, everybody. Welcome if you are new. Today we're in the limited late models here at Volusia. We ran the second fastest lap barely in practice. That's as fast as I ran so far. Nearly almost a 1 is flying. Hopefully we can have a good time in qualifying as well. I'm expecting a 3 with how I was running in practice. Track came in pretty clean overall. I was kind of hoping there was like a line worn out through the middle already. At least made the race a little bit more interesting. Because it's basically going to be a bottom fest here to start with. I let off a little bit going like into the corners. I go into the corners kind of hard and then let off, try to straighten out the car, stay right along the bottom. As long as I will full throttle that and stay right along that wall. I ran a 1? What? Okay. Don't know how that happened. Damn. 7 car guy even faster. Nice lap. I don't know how I got a 1. I'll take it though. I thought I was going to be a 3 for sure. 266 in the second lap still. I'll take that. That is flying. God, that was fastest in practice is like 5th. These cars are hard to pass in. You're going to have to be perfect right along the bottom until it starts to wear out a little bit too much. But hell, I'll take that lap. That's awesome. I thought I was going to be in the 3s with how practice was going because I basically ran that 2 and then was consistently in like the mid 3s for the most part. So was expecting that, but I'll take a 1. Whatever. Got a couple people have to qualify though, and one guy just lost connection. 2 guys are gone. The 9 car is gone, so yeah, I'm gonna have to stay here the whole time. So I'll pick it up when we're getting ready to go green in the race. All right, well, we stayed in second. When it's crazy to see that 3rd place was faster than practice time. Like the practice time was 2:08. 3rd place was faster than that, which is nuts. And there's still 2 more guys faster, which a lot of guys picked up time in qualifying, which is crazy. And if you guys enjoy this kind of racing, like and subscribe. By liking this kind of racing lets me know that you guys enjoy watching this, so I greatly appreciate that. Hopefully we can have a good race here. Start on the outside is going to be a little bit of a struggle in the beginning. Hopefully I can get down quick because it's going to be the bottom fest for the most part, like first half of the race most likely. And then we're going to probably move up the slightest bit. It won't be too high probably because the track wasn't too worn in. But Volusia's a lot of fun. I like this track a lot. I always have. So hopefully we can do pretty well. Starting on the front row. I ran side by side with this guy in practice, so I know we could do it. We had a pretty good battle between each other. But that was like the practice session before this. But in there, the line was kind of worn in already in the middle a little bit. My fastest time was like a 4, like a mid 4, and I was able to run that right along the bottom. But I actually started getting some speed once it like really got worn out, running like higher and then cutting down through the slick, coming off the bottom. It was interesting on how it worked, but it actually worked pretty well. That was when it like really started getting worn out, and I was running like 7s on the bottom. So hopefully we can have a pretty clean race. No cautions, 30 laps. Oh yeah, the only sports I really follow are NASCAR and football because they're once a week things most of the time, unless you watch the other series as well, like trucks, Xfinity, everything. But I have to give it up to my home team for hockey, the Tampa Bay Lightning. They won 2 Stanley Cups back-to-back now, which is crazy. Like, I watched them in the playoffs. There's just way too many games to pay attention to and follow in the regular season. That and baseball. Like, they just have way too many games for me to watch, like, them in the regular season. I'll watch them in the playoffs and stuff, because that's fine. It's on, like, a shortened schedule in the playoffs and everything, and you know when they're playing. I never know when they're playing in regular season games, so that's why I stick with football and NASCAR. They're once a week on the weekends, and I know that. But, yeah, congrats to them. I'm very happy about that, because it was a stressful time watching them last night, winning 1-0 in the last game, but they won the series 4-1. But here we go. Waiting on the leader. He's probably going to go early. Nope, not quite. He waited a second. I got the 11 inside of me. Oh, he washed up really bad. I'm happy we didn't get taken out because of that. But I still want to stay right along that bottom. If I can get to his inside, that'd be amazing. He's going to probably get some momentum off that higher lane on the straightaways, but I think I'll be able to get in front of him. Kind of surprised that he went out there that early, to be honest. Because I think that will come in. I just don't think it's the time to do it now. Hell, I'll take the lead though. Thank you, come again. Try to run away with this if we can. Not get a good turn in. Drifted up off the corner. There's still just too much grip down here to be running up there for me at least. Like, I'll take this lower lane all day. I'm drifting up too much off of 2. Still getting plenty of speed. So he's not really catching me now because I'm able to go really wide off the corner and dive it in wide, going in the corner as well. Oh, wall? Yep. I knew that was coming. Yeah, that was my bad. I smacked the wall. And that shot me up into him. I fucked that up. I do that all the time here though in 3 and 4. I smack the damn wall. It's so easy to. There's a fine line of running it right along the wall. 11 cars aggressive into the corners, good to know. Like, it didn't say contact there, but it got me squirrely for a second. Yeah, I really screwed over the 7 there. I feel bad about that. He completely, like, led off to not wreck me, which I appreciate, but I completely, like, screwed him of position.
You really have to put a 3 wide there. I really don't think that was really that big of a deal to put a 3 wide like that.
Middle's starting to get worn in, actually a lot quicker than I expected. I'm gonna try to run the outside to start the corner and drop off low. Get that speed. Kind of what I was doing in my last practice a little bit, not quite. In 3 and 4 works a lot better for me. I don't know why, it just does. I can get like a straight run off. Try to stick out here, see if we can get some speed down the back stretch. I let off a little bit to like drop the car down the corner. Definitely getting speed on him there. There's still a lot of grip off of 4.
Outside.
Not really gonna have a chance to throw a slider in these things here. The wall is just too close to be able to do that. But I'll continue to do this and try to make it work. Try to make that bottom work when I get inside of him again. Because I definitely have a little bit more speed, I feel like. I just screwed up in the beginning. Lost the positioning. 4 car took huge advantage of it. Like, went between us. I about smacked that pit wall. Do not do that. That'll really wreck you then. You'll be turned straight around. Or you might just get like a meatball in the front left. I don't know. Depending on how hard you hit it. Definitely gaining on him. Just gonna be really hard to pass. If I can get to the outside though, that'd be beautiful. Because it seems like the outside is the place to be just because you gain so much momentum off the corner. Gotta let off a little bit and it just loses all the momentum down the back stretch. Because 1 and 2 is definitely better on the high side. But he's losing a ton of time off of 4 to me, for sure. Because he's going way too wide off of 4. That's where I'm able to take advantage of it. Get that straight run off the corner. I was actually able to stay a lot better side by side with him that time.
Clear high, clear high.
Able to actually lead that lap. 1 and 2 is what kills me. 3 and 4 I can make that bottom work. I might be able to clear him off of 4 here. Going into 1. Not quite, but I'm throwing a slider. He was not gonna throw a comeback at me. He was not going low. I hit the wall again. That's the problem about going low. I have a lot of grip down here. Next time I need to go actually all the way to the top when I go up. Or I should have just stayed down one more lap and probably would have been fine.
Outside. Clear high. Outside.
1 and 2 are just killing me on the outside. I just hope the bottom doesn't go away in time for him to get that momentum on that high side in 3 and 4. But I'm able to make it work right now. If I pitch it in enough, I actually stay somewhat evened up with him off of 2.
Still there.
Like, I really have to pitch it in to turn 1 and hit it right.
Outside. Still outside. 5 laps.
Like, I kind of have to get the back end tires in the slick a little to get it to turn down coming off the corner, you know.
Still there. Clear.
Wall, nope, I missed the wall that time, but it was pushing really hard. Able to lead that lap.
Clear. This is never let you get up front.
I need to stay down here until I clear them,
Outside.
because throwing a slider lost me so much time. I have to keep getting off the gas just a little bit because I almost hit that inside wall.
Clear high, clear high.
If I hit it in turn 1, it's going to really suck because that's going to shoot me straight up the track into him.
Outside. Clear high.
One more lap, I might be able to clear him.
Still out there. It's gonna be 2 to go.
Oh, we're at 2 to go? Oh, shit. Alright, I'm just staying down here. Fuck it.
Outside. Clear. Good job, buddy. One more
Don't hit the
time,
wall. Don't hit the wall. I am surprised he ran low there. He has not done that all race, and then he decides to go down there. He probably thought I was going to go high. Let's go. That was a good win. That was a great battle. Great battle there for you. That was fun. Sorry about that early 7. I got in the wall and it pushed me up.
Put a whooping on him.
I feel bad about the 7 because I screwed him over.
You're talking about when I almost spun you. That was just me forgetting to check up.
No, you wouldn't have had to because I hit that inside wall and it pushed me up and I slowed way up because of it. That was all on me. I hate when I do that. Because I definitely hit that inside
It's all
wall.
good. It was fun watching y'all battle up there. I think they're mad at me because I supposedly put it pretty wide.
Yeah, I didn't really see what happened there. Good race though. I am happy about that win. All the way to the finish. Freaking 2 wide with the 4 car for the most part. That was like half the race. Like, that race flew by. I did not know we were on 2 to go until my spotter told me, because I had no time to look at the amount of laps. Oh, this thing does not turn to the right, but that makes sense. It's not supposed to. This is fun though. But that was an awesome race. I am super happy with how it went. I was able to make that bottom work when I thought it was gone. Like, I didn't think it was gone. I thought I was just gonna lose it because of 1 and 2. 1 and 2, he was getting so much momentum off on me. Let's see if we drifted in. Nope, I hit the wall, damn it. I was trying to drift it into the pits there. I got a little too low, too early. We gotta put it in front of the sign over here. Oh, it did not spin. Thank you. I about flipped it felt like. That was a great race. That was a lot of fun. That was awesome. I need to go back and watch that because we were having a hell of a battle. I want to go back to the beginning. Right there is where I hit that inside wall. Because I was running the bottom. There was definitely a lot more grip down there. I just screwed up and hit that inside wall in 1 and 2. I was surprised the 7 went outside that early though. Like, that was all on me. I freaking hit that wall And I would have been able to stay down here if I didn't hit the wall, and none of this would have happened. He lost a ton of time. He checked up. He bumped me, but checked up. I actually want to go back and see what happened with them, because they were mad at him for going 3 wide or something. Okay, hang on. 11 car, way too squirrely off that corner. They look like 11 was really loose off of 4 here, really slow through it. 11 or 2 car gets into the back of them. Yeah, the 7 car just had momentum. Like, I don't blame the 7 at all for anything there. He had momentum on them. They were still single file when he was below the 2. They're single file still. So he's not like putting it 3 wide. 2 car gets under the 11 there. He's still sideways. I'm surprised he didn't wreck here completely. But if the 2 car didn't get into the back of the 11, none of this would have happened. And I know the 2 car was the one that was mad. And they had 2 cars trying to run the bottom lane. 7 cars down here, and it wrecks the 11, it looks like. Sends the 11 around. Nope, he saved it. Yeah, they saved it for the most part. 3 car kind of helped them, because these cars are kind of easy to save for the most part. Don't have too much. They don't have too much kick in them. You can pretty much save it a lot easier than a super late model. I want to go back to this beginning, but I was super surprised that. All right, hang on. 2 cars being a hypocrite. Real quick, I just got to point this out because I see this out of the corner of my eye. I keep hitting backwards when I'm trying to hit play. 2 cars 3 wide here, and he does. It's the same exact thing that happened. The guy in the middle comes down on him. 5 car got completely nailed from that, but 2 car was 3 wide there. Everything was fine. 7 car was 2 wide when they happened. They were fine until the 2 car turned down, just like the 5 did. Like, literally same exact thing happened. That's kind of funny. But yeah, I was super surprised 7 car went high, because I knew I had grip down here. Able to take the lead early. Happy about that until I screwed up. Really screwed up them. And when did I get side by side with the 4? Because I knew I had a little bit more speed than him. But I was trying to make that work. Alright, about lap 14. So really half this race side by side with the 4 car. I got back behind him for like a lap or 2 when I screwed up. But I was really trying to make this outside to bottom lane work in 3 and 4, and it was for sure. But I don't know what was faster. If, what were my laps? Alright, lap 14, 15, I ran a 4 there. Towards the end of the race, I was running 6s and 7s. So maybe bottom all the way around wasn't good, but top to bottom in 3 and 4 was very fast. Unless it was just like the slickness running out. Right there is where I nearly destroyed the wall. Jesus Christ, I cut that close. That was terrifying. Top lane in 1 and 2 definitely had a lot of speed down the back stretch. So that was definitely quicker for sure up here. I just knew that him not going low, he was probably afraid to get loose going through the slick being in the lead. He didn't want anything happening, so he was taking the safe route. I knew how much grip it had because I was practicing that for the most part, and it was more slick when I was doing it. I was trying to get to his outside. Wasn't going to happen. Did not have enough speed. Get back to his inside. What lap is this? Going on to 18, and I think from here on out, I stayed right on the bottom from here on out. But we had a hell of a race, man. That was awesome. We'll go watch in the stands for the last, what, 12 laps where I was underneath them. That pole is in the way. These poles on the front stretch are really get in your way of the view, but that's all right. Okay, we had a hell of a race for the last 10 laps. I really was surprised on how fast the laps went, though. Those laps flew on by, trying to concentrate getting by this guy. And that was a lot of fun. That was a ton of fun. Because right here is where I knew that the top was faster, but I actually had a good 1 and 2 and able to stay on his inside. And then right here is where I realized, yeah, 3 and 4 is still fast along the bottom. I just have to do it right because I led that lap. Just barely. It helps that the flag stand is in the beginning of the straightaway. If you're trying to run that bottom and get like a last second push towards the end. Because the flag stand is literally right off of turn 4. Like you can see it come in right there. And then you still have so much of the straightaway left. So Volusia is very interesting because of that. It's not like right in the middle. I tried to throw a slider there. He just had so much momentum. He stayed on the outside, went flying back on by me. I lost so much time to him on that. If I just would have stayed on the bottom for another lap or 2, I would have cleared him. But I'm actually more happy with how this turned out because then he was never able to like throw a crossover on me and stuff. and get back under me. So I'm really happy with how it actually turned out for the most part. He started running a little bit lower there in 3 and 4. But I was still sticking with him for the most part. It didn't seem like there was that many wrecks either in this race. It was just what happened with the 7 car being 3 wide and the 2 car being 3 wide in the beginning. The 5 car got wrecked. I think that was who left really, really early on. In like the first couple laps, or the first lap or two. That was probably the 5 car is my guess. But we had a hell of a race. That was fun. This was just great. Great racing. We stayed clean the whole time. I don't think I ever got into him. I don't think he ever got into me. Even that last lap when he was throwing it in low, he was right on my bumper, but I don't think... did I lead that lap? No, I was second there. Okay. That was super close to the line. I was wondering. But even when he threw it in really low on that last lap, I think he stayed right on my bumper, but not able to get right up to me. Because what lap is this? 27? I still didn't know what lap this was. I thought maybe, okay, a couple more laps, I'll be clear of him. If I can keep up my pace and not hit the wall. Because I was getting dangerously close in 3 and 4 to hitting this wall a couple times. I was very close, started drifting up just a little bit. Definitely led that lap. And that's where oh no, next lap is where the spotter says 2 to go. But I'm like, alright, I'll definitely clear him really soon if my front half of the car is in front of him. I just know he has so much momentum off of 4 here, I'm not able to pull up, and I don't want to get ran over. But then the spotter says 2 to go. I'm like, okay, just going to stay along the bottom. He had a lot of momentum there in 1 and 2. He ran a really good 1 and 2 that lap. Coming into the white flag, he went way too wide there. Trying to go low on me. I'm just going to continue to run my line. He's right on my bumper. He could have just ran me over if he wanted to, but that was just good racing, staying right with me. And then I think I just had more experience being on the bottom. He ran a little high, and I was able to keep that lead and actually pull away there. Just barely there at the end. That was a lot of fun. That was a great race, but... Started second, got into the lead, screwed up, fell back to second, got back in the lead right in the last few laps, so that was a lot of fun. I'll take that win all day. That was very competitive. Love having races like that, so let's go see what we end up getting out of this race. Gonna definitely gain a little bit of iRating winning this race. Alright, results are in. I'm pretty sure I was top. Yeah, it definitely was top split. I didn't know how many splits there was going to be, because there was a decent amount of people that registered, so I think it was, what, 11 in our field, so I think it was about 33, 34, no, 33... 30, something like it was in between 31 and 33, something like that registered. They always give the top split the extra person if there is an odd number of people. So 2 car actually had the quickest laps. Good on him. We all had pretty close times for the most part, just like qualifying. A lot of people were super close, very fast field. I'll take 43 iRating for sure out of that. That was an awesome race. I screwed up a little bit there in the beginning. 7 car didn't even get any incidents from whatever happened there with their 3 wide stuff, so yeah, I didn't see anything wrong with what happened there, like, with anybody, besides, like, the 2 car came down a little early in turn 1, but I think the 11 would have came down on the 2, is just basically what would have happened. It was just like a trickle effect, basically, but we didn't have to deal with any lap traffic. The 5 car got wrecked on the first lap, so that's a rip. He literally got ran over, because he came down too early on the 2 car, 3 wide, in turn 3, so... That was basically the same exact thing that happened. 3 of us led laps. I was able to lead the most important one, which I'm happy about. I'm just surprised I was able to come back on the bottom late in the race. That was a lot of fun. I haven't had side-by-side racing like that in the limited late models in a long-ass time. The last time I think I had that was probably Eldora, maybe? Because Eldora is a lot just full throttle, and you can make a little bit of a different line work, but you usually get by somebody and you don't stay side by side for that long. So that was a ton of fun, having like just about half the race side by side with somebody. So that was a lot of fun, but hopefully you guys enjoyed the race as much as I did running it. I appreciate you guys for watching as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.